सेल्फ है, जो हम खुद हैं, उसको हम जान नहीं सकते, और हम जिस स्केल से उसको मेजर कर रहे हैं तो वो गलत स्केल होता है। तो अगर मैं खुद को जान ही नहीं सकता हूँ तो फिर मैं किसकी बात कर रहा हूँ?
जान नहीं सकते हैं, उसमें लय तो हो सकते हैं, वहाँ झुक तो सकते हैं, विलीन तो हो सकते हैं। आप जिसको कहते हो जानना, वो जानना क्या है? आप क्या क्या जानते हो बताओ?
मैं मेरे बारे में जानता हूँ। मेरे
अपने बारे में क्या जानते हो? पता जानते हो?
हाँ।
वो बदल सकता है। घर जानते हैं, वो सीमित है। दोस्त यार को जानते हैं, वो बदल सकते हैं। आप जो कुछ जानते हैं उसमें कुछ ऐसा है जो अक्षुण्ण रहेगा? Whatever you know of, does it carry any stability, any timelessness? And if it does not carry stability, what will it give you? Only worries. If all your knowledge consists only of stuff that is basically unreliable because it can disappear any day, then all that you have is worries. And I am challenging everybody here, show me anything from your knowledge pool that cannot disappear. Please. Show me one particular thing from your knowledge pool that cannot disappear.
Everything is changing.
Even this thought disappears when you sleep. When you are sleeping, do you recite everything is changing, everything is changing?
Still, everything is changing.
If everything is... No, wait. Do you have this knowledge when you are asleep? I am asking about stuff in your knowledge pool.
Yeah, no knowledge.
No. Give me anything from your knowledge pool on which you can totally depend. बताइए ना कुछ ऐसा जिस पर आप आंख मूंद के भरोसा कर सकते हो. Really? Look at your relationship with your parents. Could they rely on you fully? Did you always do what they wanted you to do? Did you totally fulfill their expectations? Will you remain with them even after their death? Will you be able to prevent their death? Were you always a cause of joy to your parents? And if that was not the case, why do you expect that your kids are going to meet all your expectations? There is nothing in your knowledge pool that is not a cause of worry to you. If it is not worrying you today, it will worry you tomorrow. Now you are saying, how do I know myself? Now you are saying, if I can't know myself, what is the point of knowledge? Whatever you will know of will become a cause of worry to you. Now do you want to know yourself? Now do you want to know God? So better not know, better not make anything an object of knowledge. Better leave a few things untouched. हमारे हाथ गंदे हैं, हम जो कुछ छुएंगे उसे गंदा कर देंगे. कम चीज़ों को छुइए. Don't touch God, don't touch love, don't touch freedom, don't touch truth. I always say never think about God. And I assure you, at least in my own personal case, if there is one so-called thing that I never think about, it is God. I never have any thoughts, emotions or concepts about God. I will talk about the most trivial thing under the sun or beyond the sun. I will talk of things that just do not matter. I will talk of every nonsensical topic, but I will never talk of God. I don't have anything for Him. He simply does not occur or arise in my mind. Never do I take God's name, never. Even when I am shouting God, 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 it is just some useless prattle. Keep God away from your consciousness because He won't be contained in your consciousness. Your knowledge is so small that it can only have everything that is small. And the self or the truth by definition is immense. How will your little khopda contain God? How? but you say, I want to know God. It's like coming with a teacup and saying, can you please give me the Pacific Ocean? When I went for my management studies, we all were compulsorily told to have computers in our rooms. And there was a computer in my room, and there was a computer in everybody's room. And one girl came running with a floppy disk. That was the age when floppy disks were yet not obsolete. You know floppy disks?
Yes.
You know how much memory they have? 8 MB?
It's in
What kind of floppy disk has 8 MB?
1.44 was later introduced.
It is in KBs. So she comes and very innocently she says, Windows दे दो. वैसे ही आप पूछ रहे हो, God बता दो. Such an innocent girl. She wants Windows on her floppy disk. Maybe someday Windows would be so miniaturized that it can indeed be handed over in KBs. But your brain will never become so advanced that it can contain God. But look at the question. I want to know God. Windows de do.
कौन लीन होता है सेल्फ के अंदर?
वही जो सोच रहा होता है कि मुझे मिल जाए. कटोरे में सागर समाएगा या कटोरा सागर में लीन हो जाएगा? तो क्या सवाल पूछ रहे हो कि कौन किस में लीन होता है? जाहिर सी बात है. कौन जानेगा? जानने का तो मतलब होता है ना, तुम उसका आकार प्रकार जान लो, उसकी सीमा जान लो. Whenever you say you know something, kindly understand what you are saying. Do you ever know anything without knowing its boundaries? Whatever you know of, does it have a boundary or not? Now, how will you know God if God by definition is boundaryless? For something to be knowable, it must be limited. That is the nature of knowledge. It is always limited and hence unreliable. And that is why we are always insecure and worrying. Because whatever is there in consciousness can anytime deceive you. Friends can turn into enemies, or can they not? You know somebody to be a friend, and immediately you discover that he is an enemy. The living can immediately turn into dead. That is why you are always tensed and worried. Because nothing in the consciousness in the form of knowledge can ever give you total relaxation and security. You will always be a little uneasy, restless, because anything can anytime change. There is nothing in our lives that cannot change. Hence, to really live, we have to look for something beyond our limited lives. Otherwise, you see what kind of fools we appear. Somebody is in a party celebrating, drunk and all gung-ho. And the phone buzzes, and he looks at one WhatsApp message, and the drink drops, and he's like, no, doesn't one look an idiot when that happens? Come on. Doesn't one look an idiot when that happens? Suddenly your entire world has collapsed. That is the nature of consciousness, of knowledge, and of a life that is based on knowledge, that is based on the world. It gives you shocks. Anybody here who has not received shocks? टू बी स्पिरिचुअल इज टू से जोर का झटका धीरे से लगे. To be spiritual is to have a car with good shockers and suspension. To be spiritual is to have a meaty backside. Yes. People who are absolutely wiry. Can you imagine what happens to them when they ride one of these modern bicycles? The vibrations are being transmitted straight to their core. There is nothing that can act as a dampener. There is nothing that can absorb the vibrations. That is why it is better to have a little bit of meat on your body. Chacha, you. When something is destined to deceive you, why don't you admit right away, immediately, right now, that it is anyway a mirage? That is what all the saints have taught. Why do you invest your money in a failing bank if you know that a bank is going to fail? Would you invest your life there? Now everything that you know of is going to fail. Don't invest yourself there. Otherwise you will get shocks. The more deeply you are invested in a failing bank, the deeper is your shock. And everything in this world is a sinking bank. Don't invest there.
But we can play.
Of course you can play. But then that is not called investment. Then you don't look at returns. Then you don't calculate ROI. You cannot say that on one hand you are always counting how much you are getting, feeling inflated when it's a 16% return, feeling low when it's a 3% return, and then just to keep the game of deception on, you say, oh, it is just a game. It is just a game. If it is just a game, then why are you so attached to the results?
एम बने हुए होते हैं, आदमी के एम्स बने हुए होते हैं, तो उसमें तो वरीज और ये चीजें
बने हुए होते हैं, माने क्या? पैदा होते लेके आए थे क्या एम्स? अकेले ही पैदा हुए थे ना, टू डू लिस्ट साथ थोड़ी ही आई थी. जिसका पता है कि आपको धोखा देगा, आप पहले ही उसे धोखा दे दीजिए. जा ठगने ठगनी ठगी,
काम किया करते हैं,
ठगिए. दो काम है दुनिया में करने लायक, एक डंडा चलाना, दूसरा ठगना. जा ठगने ठगनी ठगी, ता ठग को आदेश. फिर पूरा संसार आपके आदेश पे चलेगा. माया तो ठगनी बड़ी, ठगत फिरत सब देश. वो आपको ठगे इससे पहले आप उसको ठग लीजिए. काम बहुत निकल आएंगे. काम कोई करने पड़ते हैं क्या? जीवन चल रहा है, काम आपसे करा लेगा. आप इस उम्मीद में तो रहिए ही मत कि जीवन आपको बेरोजगार छोड़ देगा. Existence is a place that guarantees employment for everyone. It is like the Prime Minister's minimum employment guarantee program. So never feel as if you will be left jobless. And even if you are left jobless, existence ensures a lot of social security. You will get enough to eat. You will get enough for your real needs. That much is guaranteed. And work will keep coming your way. Life means work. Work is movement. Work is action. Life is a flow. In that flow, you will keep on finding lot of work. Don't worry. But that work will then not be a headache. That work will then not be a source of deception. There is a particular employment that comes your way when you are not prepared to be an employee of the false. It does come your way. But for that, you have to first of all resign from many places. That particular offer letter is obtained on the back of many resignations. Resign from here, resign from there, resign from there. Keep resigning. And then one day you find that that particular joining letter has arrived. Those who don't want to resign will also not get that offer letter. Because it is illegal to do 2 jobs at once. कानून के हाथ बहुत लंबे हैं.
You sign the contract.
Jesus says you cannot serve 2 masters at once. Which means you cannot be in 2 jobs at once. Resign first.